really like this Beast Coast draft.
Yeah, me too. I especially am just a big fan of how
Okay, Stinger's denying himself to a tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
Wrapped around. Doesn't matter if he's got half-life. Oh, Skullfeld. Epic is going to stay with him underneath the tier 2 tower. He's got Hellfire Blast in 1 second time, and you can see him. He wasn't certain about that. Oracle will die in the meantime. The stun will come out, so Tuskar will fall. Oracle.
He's in trouble now, though. Hold up. There's an edict prepared on the left. Oh, what a shards.
Just hold him in. Solo wants to help out. Blind Light pushes them away, but the snowball will stay with Epikid. And he'll have to walk back, pass through the edict to the tier 1, right on top of the Bloodseeker. Able to hit the Torrent plus the Light Strike Array, forcing K1 away. So now the attention moves from VP into Stinger in that side lane. He's got space created by a hero like a TA. It doesn't feel the same thing happens from an Invoker. Kunkka, 3 heroes now up on top lane. K1 doesn't have his 6 just yet. Nice Tidebringer from Resolution, looking for the Torrent follow-up, and he actually just kills off Stinger. The snowball save came a second too late as Lina gets another double stun with the Light Strike Array, creating more space, but K1's got the movement speed, and save, there's nothing that will do that for him. That's 1100 HP. K1 needs his 6. One more creep to die, and he'll actually end up having it. So he turns around, kills the creep, so now he can turn the Rupture on, but needs to find Resolution. Whisperer still died in the meantime, and there it is. Resolution finally brought...
He died.
Oh yeah, what, escaping with death? Epikid, well, here's your stun to get the EMP burn off. Very problematic if it was a high level.
That's an easy slay. They found somebody though, K1.
Yep. Inside the jungle, the other advantage for Virtus.pro by taking out this tier 1 talent. They can start
strong hero instead. This Kunkka with the boat, all of a sudden you have a free lane. So he's got a Midas, he's been chilling. He is very happy now.
This is really good onto Chris Luck. He's still got the meld available. Actually, he's out of mana. Tries to switch himself over to Intreads for it. There's a Will-O-Wisp solo, wraps around from behind. Chris, Laguna Blade will put him down from save. And Scott finds it kind of begging when there's now 5 heroes. So Epikid does join the fight. EMP burn, and they quickly pop Stinger.
Upside of the enemy jungle, so they've got an idea.
Oh, Hellfire Blast is out. Skullfeld sent up. He can delay this up with a snowball, and he kind of needs to right now, but he needs to turn as well for it, and can't get it off. Call Snap. Wraithkin's going to TP in. Stinger's here to help him out, so if Epi wants to try and fight this, Whisper doesn't have the damage from Edict. Stinger will try and control him while, well, its own battle Resolution so low on life. 200 HP. Chris Luck went on him, but that now buffs up the Bloodseeker so he can chase up no one in the mid. They Laguna him down. K1 not feeling too good about this, but he's still got that high movement speed, turning his attention towards Solo. But the Light Strike Array is from safe. They just continue time and time again, creating space. Not enough for Solo to survive, but no one puts down the ice wall, keeps everyone nice and slow, buying time for Epi and Resolution to now come in towards the mid. The Split Earth dodged out by no one, trying to regenerate up on the hill. Won't happen. Stinger finds the kill, but another great 2-man Torrent. Epi, he can't get enough damage out, but the snowball, here we go. We're all rolling ourselves over towards the Kunkka, but a 3-man Light Strike Array. Save is doing the work. Stinger will save himself as well with the Purifying Flames and the heal into Tuskar. He's got the False Promise, but another 3-man stun. Beast Ghost, together we dive, together we stun, and together we die. Skullfeld onto the tier 1 tower. Chris Luck still trying to battle this one out, looking for the kill over on safe, but K1 now he'll join the fight. A double kill for Epi, but the Bloodseeker is all over the mid lane. That Edict just rips apart the tower. Triple TPs coming in from Virtus.pro, and with the next marker spot, Whisper, your Scepter's up. He knew the timing from Resolution was going to come. They Torrent, actually just Tornado. Everything that starts with a T goes in towards Beast Coast. Whisper will get some extra damage out before he'll end up dying, because Skullfeld was nearby, but that extra damage allows K1 and Chris Luck to come in to kill off Resolution and move to the next target. With the TA trap, Solo can't go anywhere, and a great shards. The mindset from Skullfeld, making sure that no one can't make his break into the tree lines. So Solo, he'll end up dying in a second, but you know the bigger one they want to kill off no one. That's why they've just left the Keeper of the Light to chase after this Invoker. He doesn't really have anything to give right now. What have we got? Ghost Warp, he doesn't have the mana. Short by 10. No one can't keep the run going through the trees.
It's a wet noodle.
And you've got a lot of regeneration coming in for Beast Coast too, because they're getting the mech build over on the Shrag. Skullfeld, oh, that's problematic. He's still got a couple of stick charges, but doesn't want to use it. Got an urn on him for the moment. Trying to get the run out. Tornado will pick him up and throw him down. Death front by the fall as Epikid too far out. The buybacks coming in as Whisper isolates Epikid in the back lines. But the bigger problem is the Templar Assassin. There's no BKB at the moment, but that's why Stinger is there. He'll give him all the life and the False Promise. Here comes Whisper. Just wants to get a Yule Scepter. There's your blink forward from Chris, finding Epi Kid in the trees. Able to actually connect and silence up the Wraith King. And with the Will-O-Wisp clears up the tree lines. Epi was hiding inside of that one, so K1 can move over. They'll kill up the Wraith King, and he didn't actually have reincarnation. And he feels it. He's like, something's in the trees. No one drops the meatball. Begins the run. Resolution. Skullfeld. The shards. It goes straight through Resolution. And he will get the snowball off. But no other will control until the Walrus Punch. Waiting it. And here we go. Rupture up. Resolution's like, well, come and play in my shipyard. Nope, that's not going to help me. Hold him. I kind of want to see him. What is he doing? Skullfeld. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I mean, the first cancel made sense. He's like, oh, we don't have any TP cancel. I got to make sure I can serve mine. The next 64, though, probably not necessary.
Bought time for Rupture to come off cooldown, so no one. He'll be the first one to be ruptured up. Skullfeld's like, well, can I do something with this? Shards, try and block him around. He'll snowball, actually dodge both the Wraithfire Blast and the Torrent. Coming over towards the Invoker, toss him up with a kick, and that actually gives some extra damage in, but it's still the death of Skullfeld. They haven't finished the melee racks. K1's working pretty hard at it. Now he'll burn the BKB, maybe it's time to fight. Epi Kid, very low on life, but they've already found the extra kill. Stinger being dropped, but K1's the big one. He's going ham in the back lines. Needs to keep running away, however. The Metastyle dodges the Wraithfire Blast, and he'll get back up the hill and away to safety. The same cannot be said for Lashrak, however. Whisper up in the air, but then K1, it's a re-engage. Jumping in the back lines, right on top of the Lina. Another defensive Yule Scepter. Whisper with the Deafening Blast, being pushed back around. No one can finally kill him up, but no one's so low. K1, he's disarmed, he can't attack. Now he finally can get back into it. 2, 3, 4 attacks to kill off no one. Then he turns attention towards the Kunkka. How much damage does he do? He stops to deny creeps as opposed to hitting the hero.
Meanwhile, there's a TA on your top rack. He's going to take out the range. Now working on the melee. Takes that Epi Kid. Oh my god, he's just going to kill him.
No.
Not like this. GG, yeah, get the hell out of here. VP just got worked.
It's over.
22-20. I don't care if they're down in kills. Beast Coast is miles ahead.
Exploit the cooldown reduction, and VP is going to be ready to fight continually.
Ideal scenario. And Stinger's going to do his thing. Denies himself up. Ping for a regen rune in 30 seconds. Maybe to help kill Chris Luck in mid, up on top. There's a lot of different options. Whisper, copping a lot of damage. And he actually is. He's going for mid lane. He's got Curse available. He starts off with the Glaives, however, and Chris is just going to avalanche solo. The first blood's up on top lane. One's not having as great a time. Like, Disruptor can arrive, so what's he going to do? He's going to wall up, combo with the Blood Right, dropping Silencer down. They even glimpse him back in again. K1 really thinking about pushing this underneath the tower. Epi's doing a lot of damage, however. But the armor, the chainmail that's there, really feels like you're not getting anywhere near enough damage in.
Oh, now, Drow, you're in so much trouble. There's fighting happening in other lanes. Lesh is half HP. He's just
they're going to wall him up again. Epi can't go anywhere. K1 can just keep going. As you said, because the fighting's happening in the other lanes, K1's just love it. Solution's also quite low.
Top lane had a total of maybe like 200 health between them. So Bloodseeker with 2 points in Thirst is unbelievably powerful. And it's great because once you get those kills, you're getting a free creep wave, you're full HP on the Bloodseeker now, and you're going to...
Sitting now at 2.9k in the net worth. But what does this go into? Once you have Necro Books, do you add more pressure? They're going to try and defend this tier 1 tower and bottom. Stinger copping a lot of damage from the tower as well as the Curse. Tango regeneration will help him survive this, however. But Disruption out. Look for the follow-up split earth. Got to get the timing right. K1 connected on. Solo. Taze on top from K1. Can't do anything.
He buffed himself, unfortunately, right before that went down. So taking 10% more damage. Not a huge deal, but definitely significant.
Chris, I think he's dead again.
He is.
Yep, no one can just chase under it. He knows it. Oh, Chris. Nice one charges, but the poison touch is more than enough.
On the Pango, then you have a tiny solo top. No matter what, no one was always going to body his opponent.
Here's the easy combination again. Disruption into Split Earth with a whole bunch of Edict damage. Farm instead. Top lane, K1's going to go again. The Rupture is out over on Silencer. Has to walk himself out of the Blood Right. Save, going to go for the Disruption. Skullfeld still uncertain what he wants to do. Stinger will die in the meantime, but a nice spike. Carapace gets the followings done into the Silencer because he does have the Curse on him. Solo will get the +2. He'll lose his life for it, but it won't stop K1 from continuously diving the save under the tier 1 tower. Support's coming in. K1 has to cut through the trees and now run away as no one will arrive in the lane.
So you got Necro.
And Whisper. Time to Rolling Thunder. Turn it around. Shield Crash. Almost out of range. And he'll break free to kill off Epi.
Almost. Well, top 4 in the net worth. No one's being a bit too bossy to think you can surpass him.
But Virtus.pro can really punish So yeah, you've got that attack over in mid, so that's problematic at least to say for the draw range.
For like this double, no, they get arcanes, they get one, they get all these. You just want to necro ASAP, and that's exactly what no one did here. It allows you to pressure towers. You are so strong around the map, and because you have your ult up so early, I mean, the cooldown on tool for pushing towers, for farming, dealing damage in fights, just get this up ASAP.
Bit of a problematic position for Resolution. He still does a hell of a lot of damage. Scottfeld has to move away. Remember, he's ruptured up, and that's why Sting is here. It's like, all right, we'll wall him, we'll attack him from range. Now K1's like, all right, I can come back in again. The edict is gone. The Whisper, he's in trouble once more. No one solo and save, all chasing down this Pango. He does a hell of a lot of damage, however, but there's just no support.
He does preserve his mid tower for now, at least. That Necro will be up in just 10 more seconds.
Scottfeld, he'll need to spike Carapace to try and save some kind of damage. Turn for a stun, slows the creep wave, but the poison touch, won't matter, he'll pop anyway. Demon, who's holding the Tome of Knowledge in his backpack, starts with disruption off. And then the jump, Whisper, really nice hit through the backlines, combining with the Impale. No one gets deleted so quickly, and Whisper, under the cover of that Rolling Thunder, just keeps bouncing around, never-ending chain stuns onto Resolution to bring him down too. And Virtus.pro pushing up into the high ground, felt confident enough, they put the Observer Ward down, then they lost their entire team.
Bloodseeker, who's also got a Maelstrom of his own.
Good gust. Just getting that silence onto the next assassin. Spike Carapace has already been used, he'll get his stun off, but that's all, but already beat.
You know, Radiant play enemy jungle, Dire play enemy jungle, ward up around it, set traps, try and do what you can.
High res. Next assassin, right behind him. Needs to start with a stun, but okay, they'll work with Chris Luck, and then a quick chain. That's the reveal of the...
Who has the most HP on this Radiant side? Their tankiest hero is a Dazzle at 1400.
Yeah, definitely not great.
Nice silence.
Yeah, Pango's having a hard time getting out of this one. He really needed to get that roll off, but couldn't do it. Tiny, good avalanche, looking for at least a revenge kill into solo. Toss any kind of tree, and he's looking for it, and he's able to claim it. He claims it after death. How
feels like they're one fight away from just taking over this fight. And yeah, now
here we
Hector's
go.
here. Get on out of here.
Hey, Rez! This is going to be your fourth death of the game. Rolling Thunder from Pango, jumping forward, making sure Leshrac doesn't even get the stun, and allows him to move forward, looking for another target, and the Drow Ranger. Again, Silencer comes in with the help of Dazzle. Bloodseeker having a very hard time. The Blood Right will kick in. K1 needs to find this kill so he can stay in the fight, but the Storm, as well as the wall, no one and Drow Ranger trapped in here, but where's the follow-up damage? Without the Bloodseeker, it's very difficult when the Pango does not hit that swashbuckle, but Chris Luck will try and do the work instead. Maybe if one more attack. Now, there he goes. Epic Kid will finally fall. SD did delay this. He'll end up dying as well. He might bring Stinger down with him with the poison. It does actually connect and save one hit away. Chris Luck will do it. Resolution. It started with his death, and it'll end with his kill if he can catch out Chris Luck. But
otherwise, that fight goes a bit better for BEASTCOAST.
The wall's up. The Observer Ward on the hillside. It saw everything they needed to. And Solo at least gets the curse off. Doesn't commit the global silence, however. There's more support arise. Whisper into the Rolling Thunder. Needs this to battle on top of Resolution. Gets the following chain stuns into save. Needs to get down this hill, however. The Blood Right comes in, then the swashbuckle away to safety. No one ruptured up. They feel like going in. And Nyx Assassin, throw him in, turn on the Spike Carapace, get any kind of chain stuns you possibly can. But then Epic Kid sits on the high ground, does all the damage he needs to. Stinger, once again, trying to work it with Chris Luck, but they can't get it when defensive disruptions there from safe. Finally, they will do so. No one will fall once more. It's Chris Luck on the wrong side of the tracks. Turns to, again, for the avalanche toss combination. Where is his friend? Whisper comes in, gets the disarm on the Drow Ranger, but now with the swashbuckle, he's gone in a little bit too deep. Tiny will definitely die.
The Rush Necro 3 just kind of feels off. It's too expensive.
He knows the Sentry Wood is there. They already had that little dabble with Nyx, but the Spike Carapace ends up sending him back. But the Pulse Nova and the Edict damage with Global Silence. Nyx Assassin tries to use the Shrine to stay alive, but it won't happen. But so much damage has been done that now it's K1's turn just to kill everybody. He wants to try and catch up to Epic Kid. It won't work, however. He'll kill off the two supports instead, and then he can move himself over the Drow Ranger while the Storm Dazzle. Is he going to TP out? No, Chris Luck. He gets the avalanche in time. No one under where the tier 2 tower used to be. Drow Ranger was at least able to get back to safety with no other stuns to be able to just TP home. No one will not be so lucky. They'll break the Aegis of the Immortal. And once again, it feels like a team is very willing to fight into Beast Coast and very willing to die to Beast Coast.
It's this Bloodseeker, man. Stop giving him They've acquired the goal. 3 cores of BEASTCOAST, top 3 in net worth. Solo soon to fall. And there he goes.
Not out of this game just yet. We're acting like BEASTCOAST is just going to win every single fight in the future, but the execution of VP, if it's good, they'll find Skullfeld over in the tree line. Resolution will...
That is true.
A save, trying to come closer. Able to do so. The Glimmer Cape let him close the distance. A quick glimpse away by Stinger. Chris trying to have a little bit more time. The Purge slowing him down. And then with the Storm, they have to run around it. Lashrak, okay, here we go. Bloodseeker, it's time to fight. And Whisper, huge swashbuckle all over him. And Solo, who got ruptured up. And they just shield crash their way in. Pango copping so much damage. They still need to focus Epikid at some point. Now Whisper will finally join in. The BKB Bloodseeker. Does he really want to rejoin this fight? I think it's about that time. No one's low. The tree 5-minute runes are about to spawn. Skullfeld. Resolution once again feels like he's always the starter of this. They triggered the global silence. This is a huge thing for BEASTCOAST because now Pango can Rolling Thunder if he can join the fight. They're already in the way. Lashrak has to BKB nice and early on, but all these low heroes, but it's K1 who gets focused down by Epi. They do get the fast stuns, but now Whisper rolls through a 3-man disarm into a secondary shield crush. Epikid, he's kept alive by the Shallow Grave, but he's brought over towards Stinger, who should be able to finish the job. Actually, he does almost no damage, but yeah, with the help of Whisper, they bring him down. But underneath the shrine, a glimpse, goodbye save. His illusions can remain. Whisper kind of tramped another jump forward, another Shallow Grave. Solo surviving. Skullfeld, the curse will wear off as he TPs away to safety. And BEASTCOAST, this time around, they bought off more.
Who thinks these things up? Unbelievable.
Geniuses. Geniuses, I say. Gotta get out of range of that Sentry Ward. Nyx Assassin still doesn't have the invis. Support's coming in from the Tunny. A little too close. There's the volley trying to create some space, hitting into Resolution pretty enough. Okay, with Courier as well. That thing just delivered. It's going straight over the top of everyone else. The Rupture is out. Resolution. Good Storm in the back lines. There goes your save. If they can keep the stuns going, Global Silence returns around. And maybe now with the Shallow Grave, save can do some work. Purging over onto K1. They're bouncing around Roshan. Finally, Epikid. He's going to be used up and then brought down on the fall. Chris Luck finding that kill. And Bloodseeker's so lucky. Misses uphill from Solo. So K1's able to survive, but the battle continues. Resolution begins its own TP. Glimpse is available at TP. He got to go home for half a second to say goodbye to the family.
Whisper starts to make moves. He has that Ags picked up along with the Diffusal and the Maelstrom.
Pull him back up, and this time it's going to be Solo. He'll get the Shallow Grave. I don't know if that's enough to get him back. Someone got a 4-star? Someone got some way to save him?
No. And Whisper also, he has the talent for the 2-second shield crash in Rolling Thunder, too. So if he gets that spell off, you're in so much trouble. Bottom lane, Nectar's forcing TPs inside the base.
Yeah, he already got the rush. My God! The volley save had no chance to survive this, and Whisper's just Rolling Thundering around, swashbuckling as he goes. And Resolution's run back in. Silenced up, slowed up, and then glimpsed back over. He has no BKB for protection, just the Shallow Grave. But look at Chris playing from the side, exactly where he wants to be with that volley. Resolution has to buy back, so does Solo, to try and repel BEASTCOAST from the base, but they got so many buybacks. And the tier 3 tower, but you know this is BEASTCOAST. They want to keep fighting a little bit more. Solo, the Shallow Graves from no one. He's playing like a support. There's no damage from him. That has to come from Epikid. They get the damage out, but it kills not only the Aegis, the Immortal Bloodseeker. Solo gets swung by Bark, and another glimpse. Resolution, BKB or not, Shallow Grave or not, he is totally dead. And I think with it, the hopes of this game, that's the
XD. You get a DX.
It's the other way around. And he's trying to volley in. Chris.
He's trying to kill him in the fountain. Why not?
God. There is such shenanigans. You haven't even taken a second lane of Rax yet, guys. I know you feel confident. And Chris wants to go. His volley just came back off cooldown.
Oh no, he's getting towards the trees.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Turn it around. Whisper needs to land the stun. And now no one. Boom, boom, boom. BKB, he'll move up.
Team?
He's TPing out. What is?
Throughout the winter, hibernating till that second major.
That's when we see the real test happen as the team fight's already going to begin. Lashrak up next to the bounty runes. That's what they started to fight over. No one. And back lines, Chris trying to get some of this damage out, but he can't do it. He's in the middle of 4-5 heroes from Virtus.pro, dead for 100 seconds. And a jump forward, Lashrak, Spike Carapace stunned up. He couldn't really get himself free of that one. They need to keep him controlled with a shield crush, bouncing through a little bit too deep there for the Pango. And he's actually kind of trapped on the edge of Roshan's cliff. And maybe BEASTCOAST, were you too aggressive? This game was not in the bag yet. K1 is going to try and put it there, going after Silencer, but the Shallow Grave will end up protecting him. And BEASTCOAST will back off. Oh, the jump. looking for their own target. Just a couple of illusions of Bloodseeker scouting out the Rupture over on Silencer. Man, he takes so much damage getting pushed away by the Rolling Thunder. No Whisper! Chomp yourself down. Never go full RTZ. The BKB will not protect Dazzle. He has to telegraph himself up. Epic Kid on the run from K1 before Star forward by the next assassin. Keeps that distance nice and close for K1. 3 heroes down. That's a little bit of composure, and they get the GG call out. Beast Coast will get a 4-0 record for day 2 of ESL